you need. We're talking about home insurance, life insurance, automobile insurance. Let Marilyn take care of it for you. I was talking to Marilyn this morning, and she said, be sure and tell everybody that I want their business. I want their business. Well, that is all from Maryland. This is the time that all eyes will be toward Oklahoma City. The big question that will face us tonight at 7:30. Who will represent Oklahoma City in the 1991 Miss Black Oklahoma? Who will represent us? Well, one thing that we know that Oklahoma City's Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant is down now to 8 of the most beautiful young ladies that you will ever want to see. Fortunately, we live in a city where young ladies are still striving to be the best. We are proud of these young ladies, and I want you to know that these young ladies will be with us today on the Clara Luper radio show. Congratulations to the 1991 Miss Black Oklahoma City contestants comes from Mr. Gates, Robert L. Gates, of the Gates Barbershop, located at 2609 North Martin Luther King Boulevard. The business of Mr. Gates is to make people beautiful. Mr. Robert Gates would like to personally congratulate each contestant and to express to the contestants, their parents, and their friends his appreciation for the sacrifices that have been made in this contest. We make people beautiful, and not only that, Mr. Gates has invited us to put a picture of Miss Black Oklahoma City in his barbershop. So the hundreds of people that will be going to the Gates Barbershop not only will be getting a haircut, but will be able to see Miss Black Oklahoma City. Congratulations from the Exotic Florists and Plants Company, located at 3671 North Everett Street, 424-7659. or 396-8427. Let me tell you something. Mother's Day is coming up. And mothers should be remembered not only with flowers, but with love, with respect, and with understanding. But the Exotic Florists and Plants have some special Mother's Day flowers suited to your individual needs. Call 424-7659 in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Those of you that have been calling me about the Oklahoma City Board of Education and how much money they will have to pay back, don't call me, call your board member. Can you imagine Oklahoma City having to pay back what? Over $700,000 because they didn't use it, with all of the empty buildings on this side of town, all of the teachers that are looking for work. But Letty is on that equity committee. Letty, when is the next equity committee meeting?
That is past tense, Mrs. Luper. That is past tense. And you're using the wrong tense.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm from Hoffman, Oklahoma. You talking about I'm using past tense, and I just ask you a simple question. When is the next equity committee meeting?
I'm going to have to tell you because I do not know. The last letter that I received in October stated that the board was making some changes and that they will be letting us know about the changes. And as of this day and this time and present, I have not heard from the board concerning the equity committee. However, I've still been visiting schools and looking at schools. And I've been collecting reports to match those with our report that we have here in Oklahoma City. I've been to the surrounding cities. So I'm still doing equity work. I wasn't getting paid for that, so I'm doing it on my own now.
The Board of Education wrote you a letter and told you they would let you know when the next meeting would take place.
That's right, and we have not had a meeting to take place to my knowledge.
I have made history in Oklahoma City, in the state of Oklahoma. I served on the board, the retirement board for retired teachers in the state of Oklahoma. I served well. And Letty, you were there the day I was sworn in. Do you remember?
Oh, yes, I remember that day you were sworn in. Is that you talking about that swearing in for a day?
Yeah,
I was queen for a day.
Well, one thing about it, I was ready to serve on that board. I was so happy that the Honorable Governor Bellman had appointed me as a member of the Teachers Retirement Board. I was there with all of my friends. It was something to behold. And there was a lady that was sitting next to me, and she turned her back to me. And then she asked, how did Clara Luper get on the board? And they told her that I had been appointed by the governor. Do you know what happened, Letty?
What happened?
The next day, I received a call from the governor's office stating that my services were no longer needed on the board. In other words, that Clara Luper had no place on that board. Now, I was asking some questions. I went through that building out there, that retirement building, and I saw more white workers than I had ever seen. And I said, where are all the blacks? And then I looked at the lobbies. I said, do you all have any blacks? And one thing about it, they got rid of me. I got off of that board. And that's the second board that I've been kicked off of.
Well, Mrs. Luper, you know, they don't want you asking questions. I went to a place the other day, and you won't believe we were in there talking to the principal and the staff. And the minute we walked out, you won't believe when the secretary slammed the door behind us. And it was so embarrassing. We turned around and looked, you know, like when a child get mad and walk out and slam a door. The minute we walked out of the office, the secretary, one of the secretaries that was working there in the office, just slammed the door right behind us. And we looked around to see what was happening because we knew it was hot in the room, wasn't no air conditioning, knew the wind didn't blow it. And we were sitting up there looking at that lady, slammed the door on us. And the other secretary that was in there, or the other worker, whoever she was, she knew it was wrong, so she got up and opened the door.
One thing I can tell you, I can beat that. I once served on the Oklahoma City Human Rights Commission, along with Cecil L. Williams. And we went to the meeting, and they were explaining to us what all the businesses in Oklahoma City should do. And I asked a question. It was really a silly question. I asked them, I said, how many blacks do you have employed in your offices? And do you know they got upset with me?
Sure. That's why sometimes I wonder when I get down to the end of that flag salute with liberty and justice, I just stop. I stop at justice. That's all. That's as far as I go.
Well, I was really surprised. But I know one thing, Cecil Williams looked at me and laughed, and he said, I bet we won't have no more Human Rights Commissioner meeting. And sure enough, they didn't have any more meetings. And I was wondering why Governor Walters had not appointed me on a committee, a commission, offered me a job. Has he offered you a job?
No, he has not offered me a job yet, Mrs. Luper.
From what I am hearing, that now this is what the people say, and get it straight. I'm not saying this. I'm saying the people say that those people that gave $5,000 or more was able to get on the payroll.
Well, Mrs. Luper, if you notice on the TV last night, everyone who had given, as the prices I looked was from $300 up. Dollars. They flashed their names on the TV. All of the contributors' names were on TV last night. So in political race, and if you have it and you're interested in the person winning, sure, I would support them. I would support you, Clara. You know how we supported you.
Yeah, but you didn't give me no $5,000 because
you know
in
why?
all, I ran a statewide race. And I didn't get but $2,000 in all.
Well,
my largest contributor was, I think, Mr. I don't know.
Well, one thing, Mr. Luper, we gave big money. We gave you $5, and we knew if you got in that office, you were going to consider us, because you knew $5 was all that we could afford. We were giving what we could afford. So I think people could give what they can afford to give.
Well, one thing I can say, if I had been your United States Senate, I would have introduced a bill where all blacks that had descendants from Africa would receive a check every month. You know, the Indians got paid for their land, then the blacks would get paid for their labor. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and this is time to talk about Miss Black Oklahoma City. Congratulations to the 1991 contestants from Dr. A.L. Dowell, whose office is located at 934 Northeast 8th Street. If you need some glasses, or if your child cannot see and you can tell by the way your child looks at a book, remember, call 235-0536. Congratulations from Dr. A.L. Dowell. Congratulations to the 1991 Miss Black Oklahoma City contestants from the Chancellor's Shardina's Nursery and Daycare Center. This daycare center is located at 1645 Northeast 50th Street in Oklahoma City. You can call 424-4056. If you need some barbecue, some good barbecue, go to Pullum's Barbecue Place, and this is located 401 North Wilshire in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. On last week, I told you I was going to Tulsa to the Miss Black Tulsa pageant, and Tulsa turned out and supported their contestants, and I know Oklahoma City will do the same.
But Mrs. Luper, each year that we've gone to Tulsa, they have been there. Something about Tulsa that Oklahoma cities do not have.
Well, we'll see it tonight. Oklahoma City will turn out after they hear my beautiful contestants. You know, it's really exciting about this business that I'm in, and I'm in a big business. My business is Miss Black Oklahoma. I get to meet some of the finest people in the world. Just think, I know young ladies all over this country just because I've been the sponsor, the promoter of Miss Black Oklahoma. But let's talk about the Miss Black Oklahoma 1991. Let's talk about the state pageant that will be here from June 9th through the 15th. Now, I know you young men out there really have been calling me. You aren't jiving me. You just want to know whether you can escort some of my contestants. Well, I want to tell you one thing. I'm going to call the names today, and if you can think you can get to escort them, it's all right with me. Call the cities for me.
Okay,
call the
I'm going to give you the cities, and man, as Mrs. Luper called the name, if you decide on one of these names where you can jot it down, then you can call that Mrs. Luper. No,
don't call me. Don't call me. Call the girls.
Oh, call the girls. All right, then.
No, that's
Ardmore.
Right. Charmaine Sanders, and incidentally, she will be here tonight to see the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant.
Bristow.
Bristow will name their contestant next Tuesday. Britain has a very beautiful young lady, Nicole DeBose.
Cameron University,
an outstanding young lady that has the voice of the century, Myra Noyce.
Carter County,
Kelsey Mosley, a young lady that has a comedy act that will make you scream.
Central State University,
Sharita Montgomery with her dramatic ability.
Cleveland County,
a young lady from Dallas, Texas, who is now living in Norman, Oklahoma, Angie Simmons.
Clinton.
The people in Clinton, Oklahoma are listening, and Mr. Redwine and all of you down there, you're to name your contestant. Your contestant will be named on May 10th.
Dale City
has a young lady that has wanted to be in the pageant a long time, and finally she got it. Walunda Woods.
Edmond
has a radio star and a television worker, Sonia Carter.
Guthrie.
For the first time in 15 years, they have found a beautiful young lady with all of the talent you can think of, Trina Golston.
Langston University
selected on last Saturday night Keisha Johnson. And incidentally, she was Miss Black McAllister, and that girl has everything going for her. Langston City will have a representative for the first time in its history, a lovely young lady, Laverne Lee.
McAllister.
One of the largest pageants that has ever been held in McAllister was held on last Saturday night, and Regina Turner was selected.
Muskogee
will name their contestant next Saturday.
Murray State College.
For the first time in the history of the Miss Black Oklahoma, Murray State College, through the leadership of their dynamic president, will be sending a young lady to the state pageant. Her name is Allison Hunt.
Norman,
Oklahoma has selected an outstanding young lady, Tessie Carter.
Oklahoma City.
Now we're down. Now, Oklahoma City will select that representative tonight.
When?
Tonight. At
Tonight.
the Central
Where?
Park Plaza Hotel. And we will be telling you about that later in the show.
Oklahoma County.
For the first time, the first runner-up will go to state representing Oklahoma County.
University of Oklahoma.
The University of Oklahoma selected a beautiful young lady from Houston, Texas, Sean Emerson.
Putnam City.
For the first time in the history of this pageant, Putnam City will be represented by one of the most beautiful young ladies you have ever seen, and incidentally, she will be at the pageant tonight, Tamara Henley.
Spencer.
Spencer has selected a young lady that's certainly outstanding, Charzetta Taft.
Tulsa.
Tulsa selected Carla Lawson. Beautiful, very talented, and when you see her talent, you're going to really enjoy it.
Watauga.
Watauga, Oklahoma has selected a young lady that will surprise all of you. This young lady is Lissy King from Watauga, Oklahoma.
I know Mr. Factory is listening to this, Mrs. Luper.
Oh, he will love that.
Watauga,
Also,
Oklahoma.
the Rushmores down in Watauga, Oklahoma.
Midwest City.
Mrs. Payne will tell us about Midwest City. Their pageant will be, according to the information I have, on the 10th. Well, anyway, we've talked about what's happening. The big question is Oklahoma City. Let's talk about Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City, the capital of Oklahoma, will be represented by one beautiful young lady. And sometimes I just get all excited about these pageants because I know that Oklahoma City has a history of beautiful, talented young ladies that are selected. And I don't believe you can find anybody who's ever been to the Oklahoma City pageant who say that I didn't like the pageant or what have you, because it's always been successful. Now, Oklahoma City has had in its past 3 distinguished winners in the Miss Black State pageant. Now, that's really an honor to start on a local level and make it to the state. Someone said only the strong will survive. Now, Melva Walker was the first Miss Black Oklahoma Cityan to win the pageant. Cynthia Shirley was the second one, and Patricia Brown was the third. Now, the big question is, will Oklahoma City take state? Well, Calvin, our Miss Black Oklahoma City analyst, will be here to analyze the chances that Oklahoma City will have to use to win the pageant this year. Lady,
Yes.
this program today is being made possible by Allstate Insurance Company, and Marilyn says she's happy to give to the state winner $500. What will your insurance agent do for the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant? Marilyn says she'd be happy to award a state scholarship of $500.
You asked me about my agent? This is what my agent is doing. You just talked about my agent, Mrs. Luper. What are you talking about?
Okay, so your agent is Marilyn.
That's right.
Congratulations on the 1991 Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant from, once again, the Gates Barber Shop here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. If you need your carpet cleaned, maybe you want to invite these beautiful contestants over to your place. If so, why don't you call the All-American Carpet Cleaning Service? The telephone number is 848-1459. You can call anytime. They use high-tech, specially designed equipment to help clean your carpet, to remove the toughest stains and spots and deep down dirt. Because the cleaning system is powered by the truck, a hose and cleaning wall are all that enters your home. Call 848-1459. Where's Calvin Luper? Wonder will he be around today to give us an analysis
Oh,
of
yes.
the Miss Black Oklahoma
Yes, he's
pageant?
going to be around, Mrs. Luper. We do not have to worry about that because where we have our Miss Black contestants, Calvin is always around, so you can always count on Calvin.
Letty, we want to tell the people, the judges for tonight, and I know you are really excited because of the fact of the judges. There he is, Calvin. How in the world are you this morning?
Totally fantastic. A little wet, but other than that, just anxiously awaiting tonight's activities at the Central Plaza to see which one of these 7 beautiful young ladies will be the next Miss Black Oklahoma City.
Okay, Calvin, you want to see which of the 7?
Which of the 7? That is my desire
Calvin,
today.
in
If
first place,
everything
you're
goes
starting
right
out
today.
with the wrong information.
I'm starting
there
out
are
with the-
8 finalists in the contest.
Okay, well, I guess I was overlooked 1 or 2, but then I'm only perfect.
Don't overlook my contestants.
Don't overlook the contestants. Well, Mom, I may be like some of the people there. That will be coming to the pageant. You have your favorite, and everybody else doesn't matter. You pick your favorite, and I'm going to be rooting and cheering and doing all the things that an avid fan will be doing at the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant tonight. Oklahoma
Okay,
City
now,
pageant.
Calvin, I have given you the list so far.
You've given me the
26
list.
cities. Who do you think will win in 1991?
Well, I'm going to wait and reserve my decision until next Saturday, after which time I would have had an opportunity to see whose talent, whose beauty, whose poise, whose personality will swamp the state with the from Oklahoma City. I've had an opportunity to visit the Ardmore pageant, heard about the Tulsa pageant, looking forward to seeing what happens in the Midwest City pageant. It's really too early to tell about the state pageant. Now, tonight's winner, I promise you that's going to be something, and I may tell you that, but I'll wait till the end of the show after I've had an opportunity to listen to all of the young ladies.
Okay, well, you will have that opportunity because this program, the last half of it, will consist of the 1991 contestants.
Well, I'm looking forward to it because I know all week people have been talking. I've talked to some beauticians. Man, I got to be there because I got to help my contestant get her head right. And then I've talked to some people. I've been working with her talent. I've been working on the dress. But tonight is the night, and everyone is looking forward to it.
Well, tonight our theme is Discovering Oklahoma. Now, that pageant will be held on Reno and Martin Luther King Avenue at the Central Plaza Hotel. Letty, who are the judges for tonight?
Oh, Mrs. Luper, we have some fantastic, dynamic judges for tonight. And they are none other than Charles Wood.
Charles Woods of Sir
Sir Charles the Taylor.
Sir Charles the Taylor will be judging tonight.
That's right.
Well, let me say something about Sir Charles the Taylor. Handsome young man, a young man that knows where he's going, a distinguished businessman. His telephone number is 672-5051. The handsome Charles Woods will be judging the pageant tonight.
Now, Mrs. Luper, they've been hearing us talk about Sir Charles the Taylor. So if they have not seen him, come on out tonight and you will see Sir Charles the Taylor. He's going to be one of the judges. I'm dying to see Sir Charles the Taylor myself.
And see what he will be wearing. He will be wearing one of his own productions.
Creations, I'm sure he will.
Okay.
Then we have Paul Forte.
Paul Forte has come to Oklahoma City. He's a big executive at the Oklahoma Health Science Center. And incidentally, he's our Phi Beta Sigma man.
Great. Charles Wilder.
Clarence.
Oh, Clarence. I'm sorry. Clarence Wilder. Mr. Wilder, please.
He's the president of the Black Social Workers, an outstanding man, a man that's involved, and he's going to be sharp tonight. I can see Clarence Wilder walking out.
Constant Bird.
Constant Bird is from Virginia, educated in Virginia, recently won a top honor in the Midwest City school system. An educator. Now, she's a teacher's educator. Constance Bird will be there tonight, and I know she will be looking good. That's a fashion show within itself.
William Calvin. As you
William
know,
Calvin. You tell me
right,
about
you
William
remember
Calvin.
William Calvin is one of our teachers here at Oklahoma City System. He is the vocal teacher.
Oh, he knows music.
Right, he knows music and he works with Webster and also Douglas High School. One school in the morning and one in the afternoon. That's where Mr. Calvin works, and he has a wonderful,
Is his name
wonderful.
Calvin or William Calvin or
His
Calvin
last
Williams?
name is Calvin.
Okay,
His last
okay.
name is Calvin.
I didn't know.
Okay. I know it seems unusual because when he said William Calvin, I almost got it turned around because I knew a Calvin Williams. But his is William Calvin. Then we have Jackie Edwards.
Jackie Edwards from the Community Action Program, and Jackie is just beautiful. She has worked hard in the Community Action Program, and I'm real excited about seeing Jackie tonight.
We have Luana Bruner, and I don't know if you know Luana Bruner is working on her doctorate, her PhD, and I can hardly wait to see what she's going to write about because I'm sure it's going to be something terrific. So Luana Bruner is working on her doctorate this year, and I do not know when she's getting it. I know she's anticipating probably this summer sometime.
So we will have to call her Dr. Bruner, and Dr. Bruner will be there tonight.
We also have Sandra James, and Sandra James is connected with one of our maintenance companies here, the OG&E.
I know Sandra, and I know she will be looking good tonight.
And then we have our usual people who are tabulating judges. We have Elnora Douglas.
Elnora Douglas is always sharp, one of the most outstanding. If I would give an award, I don't know what. I can say that Elnora Douglas is something else.
And then we have Sandra Fee. And I know you
Sandra
remember.
Fee was a former Miss Black Oklahoma contestant.
That's right. And you remember she was a runner-up, too. The first runner-up, she almost made queen.
That girl's a beautiful person. I want you to look at her tonight.
So we will be seeing her. And then yours truly, Lady Ruth Hunter.
Now, Lady Ruth Hunter, I don't know what Letty's going to wear tonight, but I know she will be looking good like she does. I can just see her walk out on that stage, and I can just hear her. The judges for tonight are, and I'm really curious as to how she's going to present her judges.
I wouldn't dare tell you. We have a surprise for you.
Okay, I will really be surprised. Now, these judges are going to be judging in what
These judges will be judging in several competitions, and this afternoon at 4 o'clock, they will meet all of the contestants one-on-one.
So they
and
will
this is going to be for interviewing.
Will start this evening at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. The judges will be there this afternoon at 4, and they will meet all of the contestants so that they can talk with them at one-on-one. So this will be their first interview. Your first interview will be with the judges this afternoon, and that's number 1. And that it will be 20 points. Then tonight we will be in talent, swimwear.
Talent. I can hardly wait for that talent. I'm telling you, it is. Oh, I know you, the radio audience, will be there. And let me keep reminding you, the show starts at 7:30 p.m.
And at 7:30 p.m. where, Mrs. Luper?
At Central Plaza Hotel.
And that address is?
Reno and Martin Luther King in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
So we're looking for you to come on out just right over the bridge, and then next will be swimwear. After the swimwear, we will have the
Calvin
evening wear.
loves that part of it.
Oh, yes, he loves that. You know, Clara just loves that.
Yes.
And
that's
then
all
we
we
would
say
have
about
our projection.
The-
Those will be the things.
The
And I want
evening
the...
wear.
Yes, after the evening wear, then the projection, which is the
Okay.
questions and answer.
Oh, and
So
then
we-
we will select them.
Then they will be selected because the judges will have completed their judging sheets, and we will have picked them up and tabulated them, and we will have it ready at the end of the show. And we will find out who is the contestant and who will win. I'm not going to try to pick because I've tried it for 20 years, and I think if you fail in 20 years, you're supposed to stop and get into another
If
kind
at
of
first you don't
job.
win, try again. Incidentally, those of you that are calling about tickets, you may purchase your tickets at the Central Park Plaza. Come in on the north side. Please, you can purchase your tickets, and you can call out here. You may call out here at the radio station 672-1200. Call us and tell us you want a ticket, and I want you to be with me. Now, lady, I'm terribly upset. I had some people that forgot my birthday. Now, isn't that awful? And I know one person in particular with me all day and didn't say happy birthday. But David Hall did not forget me, and there are a lot of others.
I want to say congratulations to David Hall. And girls, aren't we sorry? We were right there having a wonderful time.
I'm talking about you, lady.
Whoa, I thought you were talking about us.
I'm talking about you.
I forgot your birthday.
You forgot my birthday.
You're always bragging on your birthday. This is something I never show.
Since I finished high school, Carrie Watkins, who's not Carrie Williams and who works for one of the movie stars in Hollywood, and incidentally, she's in Virginia where they are shooting a film. Well, every May 3rd, she calls me, and guess what she says? Clara,
what does she say?
You sure are getting old. Well, her birthday is today. And when I get back to the hotel, I'm going to call her. I'm going to say, Carrie, you sure are getting old. Are you still alive? And then at that time, she's going to say, yes, I'm still alive. And then I'll say, happy birthday, and hang up. But you forgot my birthday.
I certainly forgot your birthday.
You forgot my birthday. And everybody knows my birthday is May 3rd.
But we're going to sing one belated when we get to the hotel.
I don't want you to sing happy birthday. I don't want nothing late. I don't like day old anything. So therefore, if you forgot my birthday, I am terribly upset about my birthday.
Well, I'm going to be singing it today for one next year.
One thing about it, you forgot my birthday, and I think that's awful. The theme for tonight is Discovering America, Oklahoma. What is in Oklahoma City? The MCs tonight are going to be something that you will never forget. Cheryl Fowler and Dina Red will be the MCs for tonight. The theme is Let's Discover Oklahoma City, the most beautiful city in America.
And you're going to be surprised at all of the discoveries that's here in Oklahoma City that you do not know about. So come out tonight so you can find out what these girls have discovered in Oklahoma City.
All right, we are ready now. I promise you, and when I promise you something, I'm going to do it. I promise you that you would have the opportunity to meet the 1991 finalists in the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. And I have a lovely young lady who's here, all smiles. I wish you could see her. She's just as pretty as a peach, and she's smiling, and she's ready. Will you take over, and I'll let you introduce yourself and do your own thing your own way.
Good morning, Oklahoma City. I am Lanika Purcell, and I'm glad to have this opportunity to tell you a little about myself. I'm the proud daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Warren Purcell. I am the second to the oldest, and I will be graduating from Northwest Classen May the 30th. And I'd like to say about Northwest Classen, I'm proud for that high school because we won our first football game in 7 years. And I'm so proud of them, and to make it so bad, our class of 1991 did it. And I'd like to tell y'all to come on down and see us tonight because we got a treat for every one of y'all. And especially I'd like to introduce my escort, Michael McCoy. He's this fine, gorgeous young man that's going to turn all you young ladies' heads.
Okay, where is he from?
Texas, Oklahoma.
Okay, Texas, Oklahoma. That's a new one for me. I never heard of Texas, Oklahoma, and I want you to get a map and show me Texas, Oklahoma. Now, we know that Mr. Gates is from Cruel, Texas. Well, you met the first one, and she's really a comedian. I want you to see her tonight. Look, she said he's from Texas, Oklahoma, but certainly
but I thought she said Texas or Oklahoma, but maybe she's not quite sure where he is from.
You'll see him tonight, and ladies and gentlemen,
we're going to find out where he's from.
Another contestant, and I want these contestants to introduce themselves. Yes. Hello. Oh, she is beautiful. I wish y'all could see her smile. Beautiful teeth. Oh, it's something to see. That's tonight at exactly 7:30 p.m. If you want a ticket, don't do me like you did me on my birthday. Don't forget it. Call me out here and make up to me by buying a ticket to the 1991 Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant where you can see these lovely young ladies.
Good morning, and thanks for listening to the Clara Luper Show. I am Shaquita Strain, a 4'11 and a half graduate of Capitol Hill High School and a recent graduate of one of the top modeling schools around the world, John Casablancas, where I received my professional model certificate. I am also a member of Greater Shiloh Baptist Church, where the pastor is Reverend T.H. Hubbard. To all my supporters, I'd like to say thank you and God bless. And to everyone listening, come on out and support us because this pageant will be one you don't want to miss. A special thanks to first God, who woke me up this morning, all of my friends and family, and last but not least, my mother, Susan Strain. Again, Susan Strain, who has supported and encouraged me through my career. I love you, Mom.
Oh, isn't that sweet? And this is our pre-Mother's Day special. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show. Tonight's theme, Discovering Oklahoma. And we are going to discover Oklahoma City, the capital of Oklahoma. This program is being made possible by your Allstate insurance agent, Marilyn Hildred. And here's another one of our contestants for the night. She is so beautiful. I wish you could see her. I wish you could see her hairstyle. The telephone number out here is 672-1220. And you want to be a part of it. I don't want you to do my contestants like you did me yesterday. You forgot my birthday.
Buenas noches, ladies and gentlemen. I am Katrine Mays, a contestant for the 1991 Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant, and I would like to tell you a little bit about myself. But first, I would like to send special thanks out to my family who has supported me through all of this, and to the Eastside Church of Christ, where the minister is Gary Dilworth, who has been a strong, solid foundation for me all my life and has been an anchor in my life. I am the daughter of Helen Ruth Harris and Richard Henry Mays. I'm a senior at U.S. Grant High School. I'm a varsity cheerleader and a member of the U.S. Grant League of Speech and Drama. I am also the president of Students Against Driving Drunk and a student council representative. During my years at U.S. Grant, I have been in track, dance, basketball, and on the junior varsity cheerleading squad. I am also a member of the two-time defending champions in the Green Pastures Bible Competition, Eastside Church of Christ. Tonight, I will be escorted by the tall, dark, handsome, and statuesque 6'2" basketball player from the Oklahoma City University Chiefs, James Ford. The theme for the pageant is Discover Oklahoma, so come out and discover us tonight at the Central Plaza Inn at 7:30 p.m.
Thank you so very kindly. I am really excited. I want you to call me here at 672-1220. That's at KTLV Radio 1220 on your radio dial. This program is being made possible by Dr. A.L. Dow, by Mr. Robert Gates, by Mr. Johnson, Pullum's Barbecue, and most of all, the Clara Luper Radio Show. Here's another one. I wish you could see her. You should see her earrings. They are out of sight. And how she can select so many different patterns, I can't understand. But anyway, here she is talking for herself.
Thank you, Miss Luper. Good morning, everyone. My name is Karen Denise Wallace, and I'm so glad to have this opportunity to speak to each of you and tell you a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Oklahoma City, and I'm the proud daughter of Kareen Wallace and Lindell Wallace Sr. I'm a graduate of Central State University, and I'm one of the distinguished members of Eta Phi Beta sorority. I'm also a faithful member of Christian Faith Missionary Baptist Church, where our pastor is Eddie F. Baker. I'd like to send out a special thanks to everyone that has supported me thus far, and I'd like to encourage each of you to come out tonight at the Central Plaza Hotel at 7:30. It's really going to be a show you don't want to miss.
Well, thank you. Who's escorting you tonight?
My escort is 6'5", and his name is Tim Griffin.
Where's Tim from?
He's from East Orange, New Jersey.
What an opportunity. What an opportunity. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show. I do know that you're enjoying my show. Be sure and call me at 672-1220. I don't want you telling me you love me and saying all of that kind of stuff, because I don't believe that. You say, oh, I love you. I want you to love these young people, and I want you to come out and give them your support. The tickets are only $10. I want you to be there. The doors will open at 7 o'clock p.m. And at 7:30, the show will start. That's at the Central Plaza Hotel on Reno and Martin Luther King Avenue. Now remember, the show starts at 7:30 p.m. So if you miss that part of it, you're going to miss it. But you will not miss Langston's Food Mart. Langston's Food Mart is located in Langston, Oklahoma, east on Highway 33. They have barbecue, they have hickory smoke, and they have what is known as a classic barbecue. They also have a full line of meat from 8 to 12 every day. They are open, and that's 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 8 to 2 on Fridays and Saturdays. Call Larry or Emmett Millhouse. The show tonight will start at 7:30, and that's at Central Plaza and Martin Luther King. Now, after you hear all my girls, I want you, based upon what you have heard, I want you to call out here and let me know who you think is going to be the winner tonight. And if you pick that winner, I will give you $10 just for being so smart. All right. Then, here's another beautiful young lady that will tell you about herself.
Good morning, Oklahoma City. My name is Michelle Dawn McElwee. I am proud to be the daughter of William and Roman McElwee and will be 19 years old on the 18th of this month. I was born and raised here in Oklahoma City. My elementary school years were spent at John Carroll Private School, but I attended Millwood Junior Senior High School, graduating in 1990 as salutatorian of my class. During high school, I was captain of the cheerleading squad my freshman year, but I retired my pom-poms that same year to concentrate on basketball. I was a 3-year starter on the Millwood girls basketball team, playing small forward and shooting guard. During the summers, I played on AAU teams, and 2 years played on the state championship AAU teams that represented Oklahoma at the national tournaments. But the best thing that happened in my basketball career was that my senior year, my team took the Golden Ball, winning the 3A state championship. The Millwood boys always do it, but I'm talking about girls here. We won state. Currently, I am completing my freshman year at Oklahoma University, where I am a university scholar on academic scholarship. I plan to major in business and attend law school. A husband and children are in my future plans, and I hope to coach a little basketball in my spare time on a volunteer basis. Right now, I'm studying for finals and excited and happy to be participating in the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant tonight, where I will be escorted by the extremely handsome Michael Berry. Please come and let us entertain you. This is Michelle McElwee signing off on a rainy Saturday. Remember, it takes both rain and sunshine to make a rainbow. Have a good day.
The telephone number out here is 672-1220. Don't start calling me until you have heard from all of the young ladies. And here's a beautiful young lady. This young lady has 2 earrings in her ears. And how she has them is a miracle. You will see her tonight in all of her glamour. Here she is to tell you about herself.
Good morning, radio fans. I am a contestant of the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant, and I am being escorted by Tony Terrell. He is 5'11" and very fine. I am Robin Michelle Frazier. My parents are Robert and Janice Frazier, and I also have a sister named Sequita Frazier. I was born in Oklahoma City in 1972, and I then moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and I lived there for 9 years. When I came back to Oklahoma City, I attended Pleasant Hill Elementary, Dale City Elementary, in Moon Middle School, and I am now a proud senior at Douglas High School. After graduation, I plan to attend Central State University and major in developmental psychology. My hobbies are singing, dancing, doing hair, and talking on the phone. I am a member of the Greater Mount Olive Baptist Church, where the pastor is Reverend A. Glenn Woodbury. Last but not least, I would like to say good luck to all the other contestants in the pageant. And to all the radio audience, come out and join us tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have had the opportunity to hear from 6 of our contestants. You will be hearing from the other 2 in just a minute. In the meantime, I want you to know that we invite you to come out tonight at exactly 7:30 p.m. Now, this pageant will start at 7:30 p.m. These young ladies will be escorted by the national champions, and I'm talking about basketball team, and they are something to behold. I would like to publicly thank Mr. Case for that opportunity, and I had the opportunity yesterday to have a barbecue dinner for those champions and these contestants. It was something. I'm telling you, I've never enjoyed anything so much as I have the champions, the national champions in my home. And I found out that the national champions have been invited to China. So this summer they will be going to China and I will be telling you more about it because I will have those young men on my show real soon. Calvin, you're all ready, is that right, for the 1991 pageant? Are you ready?
Yes, indeed. I'm quite ready. I'm looking forward to it. And as the time gets closer, I'm certain that everyone else is starting to get butterflies in their stomach. Right, young ladies? No. Yeah, okay. No, they're not even worried about it. But then there are two other contestants who aren't here with us right now, but we will be talking with them shortly. And they're here. And I know that all of you out there listening those of you who haven't called and have been mighty busy out there are choosing and wishing the best for your particular contestant. And I think we're about ready over there. Just about. But and no problem. Young ladies, is there anything else you'd like to say while we're waiting on this other hookup? Together, Miss Black, Oklahoma City.
Come on out to see us tonight.
All right, you heard it there. The young ladies are asking you to make sure that you're a part of today's Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant, starting at 7:30 at the Central Plaza Inn. Good things happen to people who listen to the Clara Luper radio show.
Your Allstate insurance agent. We have two of our contestants who are at the Central Plaza Hotel, and at this time we want to make sure that we are connected with them. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Will you tell us about yourself?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lathita Danielle Harris. I'm the proud daughter of Victor and Karen Harris. I am a senior at John Marshall High School, and I'm going to graduate top 20% in my class. And I would also like to congratulate our girls track team for being #1 in state for many years. And I want to wish them the best of luck in the track meet today. Take state again, girls. And after graduation, I would like to attend Central State University. I'm a successful accountant. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And your name again?
Danielle Harris.
Harriet?
Harris.
Harriet Harris. Are you ready for tonight?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, don't I have another young lady there?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I would like to speak to her.
Hello?
Yes? Harriet?
Yes.
Tell me all about yourself.
Okay. Greetings, Oklahoma City. I am very glad to tell you some things about myself. I am Harriet LaFay Rose, and I'm the proud daughter of Geraldine L. Cole and granddaughter of Dr. and Mrs. E.H. Hill. I am a member of the Mount Horeb Missionary Baptist Church. I am also a graduating senior at U.S. Grant High School, where I'm council chaplain, senior class reporter, and I was chosen to be one of the vocalists at both baccalaureate and commencement, probably because of my superior rating at the district solo contest. I will be the only black in the top 20% of my class. I plan to attend Hampton University in Virginia and study accounting upon my graduation from high school. I want everybody to come out tonight and see us in all of our glory.
Well, thank you, Harriet. Did you say that you are the only black in the top 20% of your class?
Ma'am, I am.
You are?
Yes, I am.
Okay, how do you contribute that? What have you done that the other blacks is that Grant?
U.S. Grant.
What have you done that the other blacks haven't done?
The best I can tell you is that I dedicated myself and I studied really hard.
Well, you sure are intelligent.
Well, thank you.
You are very intelligent if you have the ability to realize that you have to study hard. And I would like to thank you, and you're inviting all your friends out tonight. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
I'm really excited because I will be there tonight, and the young lady that wins, I will take her on the state and take the first runner up. We're about to get a presentation, and I can hardly wait for this one.
Well, Sister Clara Luper, we just want to take time out. The other night, we hated that you weren't there, but God bless that we were able to give you this presentation for the Achievement Award for the things that you've done in the community of Oklahoma City and throughout the state of Oklahoma. And we just want to thank you and pray God's blessing upon you for doing what you've done for this community and for this state.
I would like to thank you from Hoffman, Oklahoma, as sisters that cannot sing. I never shall forget my daddy had heard, I guess some white people told him that all blacks could sing, and he had Onita, Hayes, and I singing in church one Sunday, and we really was putting it on. We was singing Take a Stand, and the people took a stand and walked out the church. And now, today, I have received for the first time in my life this music award, and I shall always cherish it. Do you have the names of the winners in the 1991 Music Awards?
Not all of the winners, Sister Luper, but most of the winners. Some of the winners were Sister Valina Davenport, Sister Valerie Harris, I believe Brother Sterling Mitchell won an award for the announcer. We also had Brother Herbert Hunden was given a Gospel Music Achievement Award for bringing gospel music to Oklahoma City and introducing us to good gospel music over the radio. And yes, we just had a great time in the Lord.
Okay, well, thank you so very kindly, and I thank you for calling in. I want to see what the public think. You have heard from all of the 8 girls. Now, which one do you think will take state tonight? Take city, yes, because how did I say that? I meant take city tonight, because you got to take city before you can take state.
Mom, I want to congratulate you, too, on that award, and I want to back up what you said. You really cannot sing, but congratulations on winning the Gospel Award right here from KTLV. We really enjoyed watching that presentation.
Calvin.
Yes.
You have made a dynamic statement. You stated truthful. I cannot sing now. The question is, can you sing?
Well, about as well as you.
About as well as I. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and this is Calvin Luper, and God has really blessed me. He's given me a son that knows everything.
Everything. I even know tonight's winner of Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant.
Okay, who's going to win the pageant tonight?
I'll tell you at 1 minute before we close.
Okay, 1 minute before we close, you're going to say you say you know who
I'm
wins.
going to give you
Well, I told you also, if y'all should meet Calvin Luper, you just remember what I told you about him. And I want you to tell him, Calvin, you didn't even make the top bachelor of the year.
Well, Mom, you know, I can't be perfect in everything. I've always given my very best, and I couldn't pad the ballot box. The girls that I asked, the young ladies I asked to send in their nominations, didn't send them in, you know. So things just didn't go bad for me that year, and maybe next year I won't even be in the contest.
Oh, you're going to be married.
I just won't be in the contest.
Well, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a choice. You've heard from 8 beautiful young ladies, and ladies bringing in a report. Oh, we are going to pause now for our funeral and death announcements, and we'll be back in the meantime. The finalists are Michelle McAwee, Karen Wallace, Lathita Harris, Harriet Rose, Lanika Purcell, Chiquita Strain, Cartree Mays, and Robin Frazier. Cartree Mays.
Okay.
Are you ready?
We're
Calvin.
Good morning, Auntie. How are you doing this morning? We're ready now for the funeral and death announcement.
Okay, thank you. Ralph Funeral Home announces the following services. Services for Mrs. Lula Langston of 2201 North Missouri will be today at 11 a.m. at the True Vine Baptist Church. Funeral service for Mr. Louis Hackworth of 21 Southeast 33rd is pending at the Ross Funeral Home. Ross Funeral Home announces the services of Mrs. Sally Dawn of Oklahoma City is also pending at the Ross Funeral Home. Temple Funeral Home announces the services of Mr. John Fields Sr.
of 40 to 25 Northeast 19th will be Monday at 1 p.m. in the chapel of the Temple Funeral Home. We would like to say today to the families, as we extend to you our deepest sympathy, we want you to know that God cares. When his eyes is on the life sparrow and each budding leaf that grows, when he sends the dew each morning and the sunshine to the rose, you may know beyond all doubting in his trials you're passing through. God cares, and every moment he is watching over you. And back to Clara and Calvin.
Onita, once again, I would like to call the names of the 8 finalists in the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. Michelle McGowee, Karen Wallace, Lathita Harris, Harriet Rose, Lanika Purcell, Chaquita Strain, Katri Mays, Robin Frazier. There you have your choice, and I won't let it come in, and let's see who's leading on the Clara Luper radio show. I appreciate your continuing to call us, 672 what is that number? That number is 672-1220, and don't you forget it. Now, we will be at Central Plaza Hotel. You may come down and pick up your ticket in room 193. Pick up your tickets and make sure you have that favorite seat. Now, you're going to see a great show tonight. Don't let anybody fool you. You're going to see a show. But remember, it starts at 7:30, and if you get there at 9 o'clock and the show is over, don't blame me. The show will start at exactly 7:30 p.m. 7:30 p.m. Well, I know I'm happy today. This is my lucky day, and who's leading in the race?
Mrs. Luper, Mrs. Fowler is on the phone.
Oh yes, Miss Fowler. I know Miss Fowler has all of the pages that are ready for tonight, and we are ready for Mrs. Fowler.
Okay, go, Miss Fowler.
Hello, this is Mrs. Fowler.
Okay, go ahead, talk.
This is Mrs. Fowler, anxious to get started with our today's final practice for the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. And we will have 16 pages tonight at this pageant, and some are new and some are repeat. And I'd like to read the names for you. And we have Brittany Jagger, she's 5.5 years old. Monique Mitchell, Misha LaCrosse, 5 years old. Monica Robinson, 8. Randy Ryan, 9 years old. And Cameo Ryan, 4 years old. We have Kalisha Germany, 5. Tanisha Germany, 9. And we have Nete Patterson, 14. Thais Lawler, which is 12. Ferdina Fowler, 16. We have Tasha Delps. She's Andy Red, which is 10, and Brittany Red is 9, and we have Monique Chanel Whitaker, which. So that is our list of 6 pages that will be stepping high tonight. This Black Oklahoma City pageant.
You and Dina Red are ready for tonight, right? Well, anyway, she can't hear me, but I know one thing, that she is ready for tonight. Lady, who's leading in the Clara Luper's race?
Mrs. Luper, as of now, I have a tie. So I'm going to go back and catch the phone and see if we're going to break the tie.
Okay, well, you have 2 minutes and 3 minutes to break the tie. But for the past weeks, I've been talking to you about the east side of Oklahoma City. The most beautiful side of this city is the east side. Now, we have some people that would like to destroy the east side. Some people that are stupid enough to write on buildings. Well, I came to the conclusion that they are writing on buildings because they don't have any paper to write on. So therefore, I'm offering any person who wants to write some paper, because that's what you do. That's intelligence. See, it's a basic difference between ignorance and intelligence. Intelligence, take a pen, a pencil, and write. And maybe you'll write a story. Maybe you'll write the best poem. Ignorance will write on a building. Now, the reason for this, someone has gotten into the black race and want to destroy the race from within. George Washington said the only way you could destroy a nation is from within. So therefore, I'm asking you to get some paper, and we will furnish it, and you can write. I would like for you to know that the NAACP Youth Council needs your help in its 1991 membership drive. Remember, write on paper. And you can write so well, why don't you write a novel? Why don't you write a television show? Don't write on the walls. Okay, Calvin, you're back and you said you had a prediction. Give it to me.
I'm ready to give it to you, Mom. One thing before that, I agree with what you're saying about spray paint and writing on the walls.
Oh, they can paint a picture and sell it.
I'm certain that they could. But my choice for tonight, and it's been a very difficult decision, is contestant number 9.
Okay, contestant number 9. Now, see, Calvin is ridiculous.
No.
I told you all I had to smart. God has blessed me with the smartest son.
Whatever contestant ends up with the number 7 will be the winner.
Okay, let's go. Let it give me
Mrs. Hunter has the other results on the phone.
Okay. Now, you come out tonight and support your contestant. This is a big one.
Mrs. Luper, I've been real busy catching the phone. And as I caught the phone, I had one girl, according to my list that I have here, you don't know what list is I'm reading.
I sure don't.
No, you don't know my list, but number 3 on this list was leading by 1. The telephone is ringing. I got to get back in there in the phone. She just one ahead, and the telephone may be running for some others. So
okay, so you don't have any information. Lady has a lot of talk and no information.
My information is that number 3 is running ahead.
Last Sunday, as I look at the clock on the wall, I know it's time for Clara Luper to say goodbye. I really hate to say goodbye to you because you're so sweet. If you ask me what is happiness, happiness is to be driving along and somebody wave at you and say, "Hello, Mrs. Luper." Happiness is for somebody to smile at you. And tonight I know I'll be happy because you will be there at the pageant supporting 8 of the most beautiful young ladies in the state of Oklahoma. Thank you, Oklahoma City. And now as I leave and head back to the hotel, come by the hotel, pick up your tickets. I think we do have a few tickets left. And this is
Where's this hotel you going, Mrs. Luper?
It's at North Martin Luther King Avenue and Reno.
Martin Luther King and Reno.
I'll see you in a minute. And from all of us to everybody, next week I want you to help me find the oldest mother in Oklahoma City and the youngest mother. We want to salute them. And all you young ladies, come on, and let's close this out. Come on, Calvin, since you know so much. Okay, we're going to close out by saying, come on down to the hotel. Let's say it.
Come on down to the hotel.
That's the Central Plaza, and Clara Luper saying, you know I love you. Bye-bye.